go to the country village, rural village, and visit house to house, and give them medicine or massage, and pray with children, and preach gospel to them, and teach Bible study, and baptize them, and church building. I expected appearance of this missionary doing those things. I went to 1,000 missionary movement training center, and around 1 month passed. The director calls me in his office, and suddenly he told me that you go back to Korea. At that time, I don't know nowadays, at that time, if the missionary did anything wrong, they sent to go back to Korea. Yeah. Actually, I did something wrong. Very 2 days ago. Yeah. But I thought nobody knows. But director calls me, and you back to Korea. At that time, maybe somebody talk to him. So I talked to directors, said like that, I'm sorry, could you please make an exception in this case? I will do best. If I go back to Korea now, it's very shy to me. Then the director asked me, what have you done wrongdoing? At the moment, I realized that this is not the other case. So I just replied to him, no, it's just a slip of my tongue. And I asked to again, why do you send me to Korea? It's normal expression. Yes. The director replied me, you go to the Korea, packing again, and go to Russia. I assigned you in Russia as your mission field.
Wow.
Already I told you. I expect what? At the moment I heard it, I was surprised. It was sent to place I had never thought of. In addition, Russia is very cold area. There were many days when the temperature reached minus 40 degrees. Wow. Many days. Maybe October starts winter until May. Yeah. It's the exact opposite of the Philippines I was going to go. My expectations and reality have just quite different. Actually, totally different. Yeah. Moreover, it was not long before communism in Russia collapsed. It was very unfamiliar country with Korea. When the Russian communism, nobody Koreans go to Russia. 1991, the communism is destroyed, and when I got at that time it's 1998. Only 7 years left. The Russian people they have all the communism way of thinking. So it's very scary of me. Moreover, the economic situation in Korea at that time was totally destroyed. Do you know the IMF, International Monetary Fund? In Korean economy is destroyed, so IMF will help us. It is our Korea. It is very shameful history. At that time, the exchange rate $1 per Korean 2,000 won. Over 2,000. Very big problem. So many companies are they're falling down. So at that time there is some university that foundation by Koreans. So in Korea, KUC sent to 7 ordained pastors for work there. But because of the economic destroy, so they come back 6 pastors, only 1 left. And then they sent only 2 missionaries were sent to work on behalf of the 6 pastors. Only 2 missionaries worked on behalf for 6 pastors. I was one of the 2 missionaries. So I worked there for years without 1 day off. Every day. The first 3 months, I worked for General Affairs Department. On the second 3 months, I worked for English Language Institute. I didn't teach English, just working, officer. And next 3 months, I worked for academic department. And next 3 months, last 3 months, I work all. In addition, I have to teach English, I teach Korean to the college students. Two missionaries had to do what 6 pastors were doing. Can you imagine how busy I must have been? Even 1 day less, I have even 1 day. I have no. Maybe think about it. It's very similar to you now. I am called it a missionaries, but I think it is not a missionary job. I couldn't speak Russian language because I didn't have a chance to learn Russian. Just saying. The Russians were taller than me. Many Koreans are taller than you. And the Russian had white skin than me. Many Koreans are white. And sometimes the Russians seemed to ignore me a little. Maybe sometimes Koreans ignore me. At some point, I miss Korea and my family. I applied for a mission to become an apostle, like an apostle of gospel. But what the hell am I doing now? For me, a year as a missionary was just bearable, endure, or preparation period. When I go to missionaries, I want to be an apostle of gospel. But my reality is endure time, be patient. But now I think about it, it was a period of immense, great, huge, tremendous blessing to me. For this experience of the missionaries have come to me good lessons, which is how to do with things that are different from what I expect, and how to adapt to completely unfamiliar circumstances. And God who led me in ways I never thought. So now I am grateful to God for making me experience such a strange missionaries. Today I would like to preach about Kingdom of Heaven. In your case, yeah. Here is two Swedish grandma. Yeah. In August 2007, a small Swedish town of Oberturingen. Yeah. Two Swedish grandma. You see these two. Yeah. One is 70 years old, the other is 69 years old. The one name is Harriet, the other is Spencer. Yeah. They discovered something special. In 2007, they already retired. And these two friends taken a trekking every day, it's a small mountain. It was one day. The day also went for work. It had been. But the day before, it rained a lot. So the big tree fell down on the way. While examining the root of the fell down tree, they found something unusual. It was a glittering stone. It's like this. They saw something unusual. This is something unusual. So this is maybe something special. So they pick up the stone and sent it to the lab, the National Institute of Minerals or National Geological Institute. They sent it. Some days later, the answer comes back from the lab. The stone was a special stone, contained a lot of gold. A lot of gold. Yeah. Continuing research has revealed that the area is the land of immense gold. At the land without owners. Belong to government. The country mined the gold and gave the two old ladies a lot of money one time. In addition, they will continue to give the grandmother a certain percent of the gold that will continue to be mined in the future. The grandmother was not working for gold. Yeah. In this state, these two grandmothers is not working for gold. In the morning, yeah, they didn't talk about that, about like this. Hey, let's go. Let's find gold. They never talk about it like that. They just, hey, let's go. Yeah. Like our daily routine. Yeah, our daily routine. But they came across the gold, and it became a very special in their lives. So they, in the world news, they world news. So in this case, in this news, we can know that important things in the life are often obtained by chance. I think about it. We always talk about that you have to plan and you have to do something more and you have to do your best. But this is not the special case. Not by planning, not by willing, not by trying. Just like a gift, or just like special luck, just like lottery ticket. Yeah. The important thing in the life is discovered by chance. For example, do you know what is the most precious that I have?
Your sons.
Yeah. Not this laptop, yeah. Yes, my family. This is my family.
Wow.
All of them looks like that. I have two twins. But here is 6 twins here. They look similar with each other. Yeah. How many children I have?
4.
Yeah. But how many children these ladies have?
3.
5 Byeong. Yeah, yes, there are 4 children. They are all boys. Yeah. Raising boys, nurturing boys is not easy. Yeah. As you know, the Korean kinder girls is a little bit okay, but Korean boys, yeah, you're gonna hit. But I'm happy. I'm thankful for God.
Amen.
Actually, it's the source of the power that I live. Yeah. How did this happen? By chance. Because I have met the one lady, one pregnant lady, about 20 years ago. I just met the pregnant one lady. When I met her, I didn't have a plan to marry her. I just went to college and met a pretty girls and fell in love, and over time we became a family, and it became a most precious chance in my life. Yeah. A chance meeting with a lady become a most precious treasure in my life. A chance meeting, just chance. When I saw her, I'm gonna marry her. No, never. Just she's pretty. I want to have time with her. Just like that. In a secular worldly world, without faith, call this case just lucky or serendipity. Yeah. But we who believe in God, we say God's providence. Yeah. Okay, now let's open your Bible. Matthew chapter 13, verse 44. Yeah. Would you read all together? Yeah. Starts.
The kingdom of heaven is like treasure hidden in the field. When a man found it, he hid it again.
And then his joy went and sold all he had and bought that field.
Yeah, you already know about it. Yeah. In this text, Jesus talks about the heaven. The heaven is our estimated goal, right? Here is a farmer story. A farmer story. A poor farmer. The background of this story was the Jewish country that we have many wars. The Jewish country, they have many wars, like Korea. Many other countries attacked. Somebody who wants to protect his property during the war buried in the field his property, right? But when the man dies, the man who buried the treasure in the field, the man dies, there is nobody know who is the treasure's owner. So, to solve this case, they have their own customary law. What is the customary law? That if treasure is found in the field, it will be honored by field owner, not the finder. Field owner. In any field, if some treasure find, it belongs to field owners. It's their customary law. It doesn't matter who found it. The owner of the field occupies everything. We have to understand this Bible context with this background. Here is a man. Yeah. Let's name his name. Let's name Raymond.
Yes.
Raymond. Yeah. Here is Raymond. He is a poor man. He have no
True.
field his own, but he have wife. Have wife, but have no property. It's bad situation. So he rented out other people's field for farm need. That's how he's being living his life. One day he went out to work the field that he rented it. While walking, something got stuck at the end of his pillow. Plow. P-L-O-W. Plow. Plow. Plow.
Plow.
It's plow. He thought it was what?
Stone.
Yeah, just stone. It was stone. So he dug a little deeper to remove it. But it was not a stone. It was a treasure box, buried before by somebody. For a moment, Raymond thought, if I dig out this treasure box now, can I take it or not? In their customary law, no.
Cannot.
He know their customary law about buried treasure. If we dig out this treasure now, it will belong to the owner of this field, not his. So, to make it mine, how to do?
Buy the field. But I'm poor.
It is not important to dig out now. The first thing to do is make this field his own. So Raymond buried again. Buried again. And ran home. He asked his wife if she do have some hidden money. Please give me. Yeah. Maybe I don't know in Philippines. In Korea, many wives have their own hidden monies. My wife has a lot of money. So he asked do you have hidden money? But there is no hidden money because it is poor family. What will he do now? Sold everything. Sell everything to make money. He sells bed, he sells cars and furniture and refrigerators, everything he has in the sold house.
Mayaman pala.
Then he takes some money,
My car.
go to the field owners and bought it field. Imagine this moment in his home. Maybe the farmer's wife could not understand. But Raymond talked to about treasure or not? Maybe he cannot. If talk to his wife talked to somebody, and the owner know about that, and never thought it. So Raymond kept the mouth and just need money, only money. So she had tired. Maybe the farmer's wife wanted to stop him. And someday, suddenly, the husband come back at home and let's sell everything and make money provide this field. Maybe she cannot understand. So she wants to stop him. But Raymond never stopped, right? Because Raymond saw the treasure box. Maybe she would have tried to stop, but the husband doesn't listen to her. He doesn't stop to keep selling everything. Usually, what does the wife declare if she can't stand with it anymore? Divorce. In Korea also, the wife enjoys it, but the last, she can divorce. I can't live with you anymore. Divorce. And she tried to run away, but the farmer, the Raymond, just he rejoiced with the field document here. And he took his wife with some shovel. Yeah. And if you want divorce, it's okay. But now you have to go to go with me and go to this field. But the wife very angry. Yeah. I don't like this field. I never see. But Raymond, hey, just go. And took her to the field, and nothing to speak, just Raymond just digging. Yeah. So at that time, this wife thought, oh, I talked to him, I want divorce, so he buried me. So I said, hey, I told you divorce, but it's happened. Yeah. Because of you, Sarah, but suddenly everything else, I have to so. But at the time, Raymond showed the treasure box. Hey, because of this. So this story is important to us. Jesus told that this is heavenly kingdom. There are 3 lessons we will learn from this story. Yeah. From now on, it's important. Yeah. The first, treasures are found in ordinary everyday life. Not the special treasure island. Ordinary. What did he think of when the Mr. Raymond went to the field? In the morning. Yeah. In the morning, the wife gives to him the lunchbox, and he took with lunchbox and go to the field. What did he thought about it?
Works.
When he go to the field in the morning, oh, today I will find the treasure box. No, just one day work. He just worked for 1 year harvest. Only 1 year harvest. He was just aiming to feed his family through a year's harvest. It was the same day that was very common in his life. But he found a treasure in his ordinary day's life that changed his whole life. How is your daily life as a missionary? Think about it. They just do the same repetition every day, just daily routine every day. Yesterday, the children came again today to teach them English. Last week, congregation came again this week and worship with them. It's a boring routine, unexpected routine. It would be a special day if you found a treasure in that very daily routine. As a missionary, I hope that special day will come in your life.
Amen.
The secret to turning normal days into a special day is to find and get the treasure.
Amen.
The treasure may be hidden in your boring routine.
Amen.
Try to find the treasures. And second lesson, the treasure is buried in the field. The treasure is buried in the field. In order to obtain the treasure, you must also get field too. Field and treasure don't harmonize with each other. Treasure is expensive and beautiful and gorgeous, but the field, do you like field? Dusty, stony, and make you sweaty. However, the treasure is buried in the field. You have to buy this field to get the treasure. You must endure the inconvenience of buying field to enjoy of getting treasures. You can't just have treasure without field. You can't ever. You have to own the field to own the treasure. Perhaps being a missionary in Korea is inconvenience like buy a treasure. Yeah. Korean language is too difficult, right? Yeah. Reading is okay, but you cannot understand. It's not like missionaries. Some days I'm just English teachers. It's just like English teacher. Sometimes very lonely. Sometimes Korean seems to ignore some Filipinos. Why they are church member, Christian, but why they yelling at me? Those are fields. It's a dust and hard field. But please remember, the treasure is hidden in the field. If you get the field, you can get the treasure also. The third lesson is the keep focusing on the treasure. You need to courage and determination to give up everything else to get the treasure. This Raymond have to sell everything for make money. If he selling bike, oh, this bike, it's very important to me. We cannot purchase the people. You have to be able to throw away everything else to get the treasure. If this man had hesitated to sell everything else to raise the money by the field, he would not have bought it. Choose with courage. This is what the priority in your life. This what is the priority of his life. What is your priority as your missionaries? You have to think about it. Missionaries must focus on the mission. What is your mission? Are you saving money in Korea? Is that your mission? Never.
No.
Are you enjoying Korean culture and go tourist spot? Is your mission?
No.
Are you learn Korean makeup and Korean cosmetic and looks pretty, looks more beautiful? Is your mission? The mission of missionary is preach the gospel.
Amen.
Please focus on treasure. Try to let others see Jesus through all of your doing.
Amen.
Our Heavenly Father wants to put the Lord on our priority in our lives. That's the kind of person who takes possession of the treasure of heaven. Please remember these three lessons. And now, I will give you some quiz. Yeah. Who neglected the most? Neglect. There is someone who happy in this story. Who is happy? Raymond is happy. And Raymond's wife also happy. Yeah. But yes, on the other hand, there is some people who are sad.
Yes. The owner of the field.
To explain in more detail, the sad that means neglect.
Yes.
This kid, who is neglect?
The owner of the field.
Owner. Okay. Owner. The field owner. Wife? Why the wife? Not divorced. Just I
No.
don't know what it is.
The man loves him so
Yeah,
much.
the
He loves her so
maybe some poor farmer. He worked at some field, and he found the treasure and get the field, and he get all treasure, and he gonna be the poor farmer gonna be a rich man. In this kind of news rumor is very spread very fast, right? Yeah, very fast in this village. And somebody is help, and somebody is celebrate, and somebody congratulations, but somebody is neglect. Yeah, as you talk, the neglect the field owner, original owner. Yeah, but he is not gold medal of neglecting matches. Just bronze medal. Yeah. He neglecting like that. If I had known that the field has been buried treasure, I wouldn't have sold it, right? Yeah.
Yes.
But the regretful ranking is not the first. All of us third. Yeah. Even though he couldn't take the treasure, but he sold the field expensively than normal price. Yeah, because the Raymond first asked to buy field. Yeah. He can sell
the price.
get some more money. Yeah. The second, there is second and first.
Alam ko na say na.
Who is second? Silver medal on dear reality. Yeah.
The one who buy every
Buy every.
the one who buy everything from Raymond.
Why?
Because it's supposed to be he should use that money to buy that field also. Maybe.
Not reasonable.
The buyer of Raymond's things.
Yes.
Yeah, but if he just need, he can buy. Yeah. And he can
What's there?
buy some cheaper than normal price because other farmers who worked in this field, yeah, before, yeah, other farmer.
Oh,
Yeah. The man who had no. The man who worked in this field before must have neglected. Yeah. He neglected that. Why I didn't find the treasure? Yeah. When I used to work in the field, he had a chance because he worked there too. If he had found the treasure in the field, he also sell everything and get this field.
Siya rin. Oh.
But
Bakit ngayon niya pa binili?
in this relative ranking, he is just second, silver medal.
Silver medal.
There is obviously someone who neglects the most. Why?
Raymond.
Raymond? Why Raymond?
They say
Raymond
buzzer.
just
It did
Because-
not open.
When they open the box, no more gold.
think about it. Some more think about it.
Okay.
Ano sabi?
Almost.
Kinsa na?
The clue is almost.
The wife?
No.
All the people, the town.
The wife is very blessing. She did
The owner.
nothing.
The
but
parent.
She can enjoy the whole treasure with his first owner. Yeah, first owner. Owner is, I'm sorry, bronze medal.
Other owners and other the government.
Neighbor.
The one's bird.
Neighbor, Pastor, neighbor.
Neighbor?
Pastor, the one who buried
Neighbor, maybe
Tama
neighbor
yun.
as fourth or five. Yeah, fifth.
the one who buried. Yun, tama yun.
Buried? He
Yeah.
already died. The one who buried the treasure, he already died. That's why.
The family of the died person. The family of the dead person.
Family of that person. Yeah, maybe he is or yeah. No matter. He can.
Ang hirap.
The government.
Almost close.
The people. The people.
Let's think about this. The silver medal. and almost the more close. Who is
Wait,
the
the
more
man who
close?
work in the field and make Di ba naman ito to?
Found not. If he found, he surely bought.
The harvest.
The field.
The cow.
The neighbor.
Why did I repeat?
Pastor, the cow. The cow.
The neighbor.
You can be 1 and 2 and 3.
The director of the
Logic.
Actually, there
The
are some
writer.
other gold medal taking.
the one who heard the story.
Wait, Master, wait.
Think about it.
The one who heard it. Hint, Pastor.
Clue, yeah, clue. I told you. Almost close.
Huh?
Almost close.
First letter, Pastor.
The hearer of the story.
Think about it.
Pastor is the owner.
We regretted because we're not in the situation, Pastor.
But I told you the background and this.
Us,
Yeah. You had to imagine.
The
Who
parents.
is
Balik
the
tas number
gold
1.
medal of regulating for
The parents of the
Yeah, like it.
Raymond.
Chop.
Missionary who brought summer clothes in Russia.
Pastor. The one who worked there, routine.
Huh?
The one who worked there.
Lutein is the number
The
Ah,
first
the
number.
second. Russell.
more.
The Swedish.
Swedish.
The next
Ang hirap naman ng tanong mo po. The brother.
The next owner. The servant. The relative. Ang next
Second one.
The
The
first
second, the man who worked in the field. The harvesters.
The harvester or the reapers.
The reapers.
Ah, the flowers.
The flowers. The cow.
The one who
Yun na nga yung the flowers in the working field.
Work in the field. The workers.
Mike.
The man who worked in the field.
Yeah, I am almost close.
The Carabao.
Yeah, I open. Yeah, would you talk them clearly to understand?
The man who did not work in the field.
Yun.
Ano?
The first
Yeah.
man who worked in the field.
Model number 2.
Yeah, among these two second-ranking people.
The
Not
one.
not the only one people, right? Yeah.
The
The second one.
The one who asked him. The one who didn't
The
dig.
boss of Raymond.
The man who didn't dig.
Amen. Amen. The man who had caught something.
Anong dig? Ang wala na.
The man who had caught something.
Can you understand?
Wala ko
Yeah. Somebody.
Ah,
Binenta mo ako na bago mo tinuloy.
Already touching.
started but did not finish.
Yeah. The somebody who the second there is second ranking is there's so many people, right? Yeah.
Yes.
So this year this man, next year this man. Yeah, so many people, but one of them, or two of them, he dig the field and his plow
Yes.
touches something,
Correct, Raymond.
but he thought
Kasi, di ba malalim yung
just
pagkano?
stone.
Oh.
So he
But neglect
she just
Oh.
yeah, just
Correct.
besides just pass by
Neglect.
because this field is not mine.
Tama ka.
Yeah.
Yung routine
The stone is not thin. Yeah, not stone. Just very stone. So I just pass by. So
The man
Yeah.
who caught something.
understand?
Pastor, one more time.
Makatulog na.
Another quiz, Pastor.
As in, kanindot sa story.
Maybe he would have touched, it was just a stone.
Yes.
He would have thought it was just a stone. And this field is not his own. So he just passed it.
Meron ka ng palaro sa mga kabataan.
He is the closest. How to pronounce it? Just closest. Closest. Yeah. Closest. The person who to the treasure.
Yes.
If he wanted to try little more hard, just a little more, just one step. If he had dug a little deeper, just a little deeper. If he checked only one more time, he would have taken the treasure. But he just passed by. This is not my field. And I'm working for 1 year harvest. This stone is buried in the soil, so that's why he is blank first in the list of regulating blanking. Do you know which is the best online sales site in the world?
Amazon.
Amazon?
Amazon.
Alibaba?
Amazon is bigger than, I don't know, Alibaba. Alibaba is
China?
bigger than, yeah.
Ah, really?
Yeah. Indeed.
China.
Do you know who is the CEO of Alibaba?
Jack Ma.
Aladdin.
Jack
Aladdin.
Chinese, yeah.
Yeah, Jack Ma.
He's a Chinese man.
I know his name is Mawen.
He is Jack Ma, Pastor.
This
Yeah.
Yeah. Chakma in Philippines, yeah. In Korean, Mawen. Yeah. Mawen.
Ang galing mag mo.
He is the most successful person in the world.
Yes.
If he is such a capable man, has he ever failed? His tour is just only 162. His weight is only 5 weight. His nickname is E.T.
E.T.
Nickname is E.T.
What's the meaning of
Liit
E.T.?
pa na?
Huh?
He is one of successful men in the world.
Yes.
Did he have no faith? Let me see this video clip.
Yes.
By a lot of fail. I failed for funny things that I failed a key primary school test for 2 times. And I failed 3 times for the middle schools. For 3 years I tried to fail in the universities. So I applied jobs for 30 times, got rejected. I went for a police, they said, no, you're not good. I went to even the KFC. When KFC come to China, come to my city, 24 people went for the job. 23 people were accepted. I was the only one guy. And we went for police. 5 people, 4 of them accepted. I was the only guy that I received it. So to me, being turned down, rejected. Oh, by the way, I told you that I applied for Harvard for 10 times, rejected. I think we have to get used to it. We're not that good. Even today, we still have a lot of people reject us. I was very depressed. And I watched the movie, my friend's home, Forrest Gump. When I see him, I think, this is the guy we should learn from. Believe what you're doing. Love it. Whether people like it, don't like it, be simple. I don't think in this world there are a lot of people be rejected more than 30 times. The only thing we never give up. The only thing we're like a forest to God. We keep on fight. We keep on changing ourselves. We don't complain. Whether you are successful or not successful, I find that when people, when they finish the job, if they make the mistake, if they fail, if they always complain the others, this guy will never come back. If the guy only check himself, yeah, something wrong with here, something wrong with there, this guy has a problem. Life is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you can get, right? I never know I would be here talking to you, talking to Charlie Rose. I never know.
Yeah, life is chocolate box.
It's not.
Your ordinary visionary life is like chocolate box. There is
know what we can
treasure.
get.
Never give up.
Amen.
The indomitable will, never give up, strong will make us good missionaries. So never ever give up and keep trying. This is focus of my speaking now. How sad is it if you approach almost but don't have it? It's very sad. You have been a missionary at least 2 years. Missionaries. You have special commitment for God. It is very close to heaven. Some things got catch on your flow in your life. Please don't just pass it. Think carefully and take a closer look and check it again. Why don't you dig little more deeper? Why don't you some more diligent whoever you meet? Why don't you some more passionate whatever you do? Why don't you some more faithful to meet Jesus personally? Then you will find the treasure. And this treasure will change your whole life. It will be an amazing discovery in your life. Jesus said, the treasure is heavenly kingdom. You know today where is the treasure and how occupy it. This treasure is buried in your ordinary lives. We have to more deep digging for take it. Please take your treasure in your missionary field. I think the life of missionary is living ordinary life with extraordinary treasure.
Amen.
Understand? Living ordinary life with extraordinary treasure. Never miss a change, and don't be grateful person. In your mission field, maybe today we go back to your mission field. The same routine is again. But you have to realize that in the ordinary life, there is extraordinary treasures.
Amen.